Welcome to Formula Friday, your weekly Formula One show. I'm Nick, that's Lewis. We're gonna preview Brazil today, but before we get into that, we have a few other things to discuss. First and foremost, Lewis, how's your week been, man?
It's been all right. Just as always, work, but now work with the sick kids, so that's fun.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
1-year-old sick. It's been great. Lovely. Kids are amazing. Just that and Balatro in Factorio. I am a sucker for roguelikes. But that's enough of mine. What about your week and how's your week been and how's the weekly chess update?
Yeah, well, you caught me, you clocked me there. It's been a pretty busy week. We hosted a Halloween party here last Friday night. Just some friends came over. And Paige mentioned to one of her friends that I had a chess set, and another one of the people that was a friend of a friend at the party is like, "Oh, I play chess. I'm pretty good." I said I was hot garbage, but we played a couple games. I got my butt whooped both times. But on the computer chess, the website chess.com, I've been making slow progress back from my low elo pit in rapid. The format I play, it's 15-10, and I am at 372 right now. So I'm getting closer and closer to that 400 threshold that I've been chasing for the last month or so. And the website tracks your stats and everything. I am better now than I was a month ago this date. Now, if you look at it's like a roller coaster on the graph, but I'm still better than I was a month ago for now.
Progress is progress, man. It,
Progress is even a little progress is still progress. I did 2 games today. I lost the first one, and I wanted to do a second game. I try not to, but I made a really dumb mistake in the first game, and I just needed a redemption. I'm like, "I'm an idiot. I know I can do this." So I did, and I did it. So there we go.
uh,
Also, and I don't really want to dig it out right now. It's on the floor over there. My fiance got me a remote control McLaren from Costco
ooh,
last week. And I haven't had a chance to charge it and rip it yet because it is way too big for the house. It's definitely a parking lot kind of RC car, but it came with a set of softs and or a set of mediums and a set of hards for some reason, and not softs. And okay, I do actually have this one here. I, yeah, so it also came with this tiny screwdriver, which you need to, replace everything. I don't have it. Oh, one sec. I can grab this.
okay. I guess
I got
grab
it.
it and grab.
It also came with this.
Oh,
This is can only assume with every RCF1 car, but it feels worse and it feels like a taunt that it came with Lando Norris's McLaren
yes. Is
because it's
that the
just a
wheel
hunk
gun?
of plastic. It's the wheel gun. It doesn't do anything. It's just plastic that they're like, "Oh, let's just include a wheel gun for some reason." It does nothing. It serves no purpose other than to make me mad.
That maybe that's the same one that they use.
Maybe.
I mean, it's
It
probably
also doesn't work.
yeah, it doesn't work, and you probably can do the same pit stop time. But speaking of your chess, real quick, you've been slowly
Yeah.
grinding and slowly getting better, and that's one thing we cannot say about a little Alpine team. Little transition there.
Ooh,
I'm working,
what a
trying.
transition. I'm
Thank you,
proud of you. That was
thank you.
good.
Yeah, Alpine is just awful. I looked it up and I saw a thing this week on Reddit of gap to teammate, and they were the closest teammates to each other, but it's kind of hard to fall any back further than
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Uh,
it's
how you feeling about your boy Pierre?
it's it's really rough. It's kind of like having an ex, but then you see that they're in a bad relationship, but they're happy. But you could do better. You could do so much better, but they're happy, I guess, man.
It's I'm so sorry that Pierre is in that kind of relationship.
Yeah, and it's what's weirder for me with Alpine, uh, is he resigned, he like re-upped, like so. I'm hoping that he knows something we don't, but
Yeah.
or maybe he had no other options.
Maybe it's just French driver, French team, French engine. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just more of that.
yeah, it could
They
be
could do
just
better, but
the
that's
French.
what we got for now.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Hmm.
Who would have had starting Formula Friday with an Alpine talk?
I definitely didn't have that on my Formula Friday bingo card, I'm going to be honest. I was thinking we could start it with Red Bull, a team
Ooh,
that's decidedly better than Alpine.
I do like
Alpine.
Red Bull. Those of you watching, I do have Red Bull.
So we have an announced date for the RB22,
Ooh,
January 15th, which is so early. But
yeah.
not only that, it's
Usually
in
they do it in
Detroit,
February. Ooh, Motor City.
Michigan. They're doing it alongside Ford, and that's also where we're going to get the new Racing Bulls. That's according to GP blog.
Uh, are they gonna rebrand again?
They might be.
Oh, I'm not looking
The
forward.
Visa Cash App Ford Racing Bulls experience powered by
Yeah, because right
who
now they're
knows.
the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls Red Bull powertrain. Ever Red Bull. So is it gonna be Visa Cash App Racing Bulls Ford Red Bull powertrain? Oh my goodness. It feels like a
Well,
Mad Lib.
it does. We can use that to transition to this other topic quick. Williams is also
Yes.
going through a rebrand next season. Another one. They do this
Oh,
frequently, but I feel like this one's going to stick, and I'll tell you why. They're now going to be the Atlas and Williams F1 team starting next season.
I
Whereas right
love
now they're
it.
just what Williams Racing, Atlas and
Yeah.
Williams Racing. What I like about this, I like a few things about this. So first, great name. Williams
Yes.
F1 team. It brings it back to the roots. It's what it is. It's what they are. Second thing, they're changing their W, which a lot of people joke that it's just the upside down McLaren M, but
I never thought
it
about
is
that.
directly an homage to the OG Williams logo, like the Frank Williams.
Yes.
And this on top of they're investing in a brand new simulator because the one they have right now is like 15 years old. I didn't know that, by the way, until I saw the article. I'm like, geez, that explains a lot. But it just goes on to continue proving my point that Williams is doing everything to step out of the shadow of the George Russell era when they were just seen as the feeder team for Mercedes, and
Yes.
they're back. And this is what they've wanted. This is what
James Vowles.
this is what James Valles has wanted. Thank you. Since the Carlos Sainz signing, they wanted Carlos Sainz to spearhead Williams coming back into the spotlight. And with all the investments that Williams is making in themselves, I think that they are a team to watch over the next couple of years.
Yes. So like I've been a Visa Cash App Racing Bull fan since the
I hate that
Alpha.
name.
Me too. Since AlphaTauri Toro Rosso days. But like one of the things that's kind of pulled me away from that team is they are just a B team. But like
Mhm,
Williams used to be like that, but now they're just like, no, we're not going to do that with Mercedes. Even to the point when they had Nick DeVries was the Visa Cash App Racing Bull driver,
mhm.
decarb driver. They had a chance to get him, and Mercedes was like, "Hey, you guys should take him," and they're like, "No, we're separate ways. We're doing our own." It's been amazing to see, and their logo is literally the same as last time. I saw a comment, just Control B. That's all it is.
Mhm.
It's the same logo, just bold.
It looks so good, and Williams is continuing on with the bangers because Sao Paulo, Brazil, the next race, they're doing a special livery as well, inspired by Golf. Their
Ooh,
partner, who is no longer with McLaren anymore, which I'm still upset about every day because the 2021 McLaren Golf Monaco car is by far one of my favorite liveries ever in the history of Formula One. That car is
really?
so beautiful, and it's a crime that Lando only got third in it because I needed that car to win very badly. It's been my screensaver on my work computer since 2021. I'm
Ooh,
not kidding. I love that car. I love looking at it every single day. But the one that Williams is put together, it kind of looks similar to what McLaren did in 2021. It's got the Gulf blue, the orange stripe down the middle. They're retaining the Duracell battery air intake, which thank God.
I love it.
Best best thing ever in the history of
It's the
Formula
best
One.
sponsor like location that you can think of.
It is the best sponsor partnership. The one thing I don't like about this is, and I get it for branding purposes, they do have a little bit of the Williams blue still integrated on the side,
Yes.
and it looks good. Like they didn't make it look bad. It integrates well. I just wish that it was straight up the Gulf blue with the orange because that's my favorite. But that it gets better. I can't quite read it, but there are other words on the side. So it's the Gulf blue, and then they do a slightly darker shade. It's like a ghost effect of a bunch of other different words within the paint. It looks really good, really good.
Yeah, I'm just now looking at it too. Yeah, that does look. The blue does kind of take it away. But I think Komatsu, that's like their blue too, so it's kind of like a branding thing, like you said. But yeah, that does look really good. I really wanted to do good this weekend.
I really wanted to do well too, if not just because it looks hot. And I'm going through the Reddit comments right now. There's this one comment that I agree with. It's Cadillac with Gulf sponsor and livery is a huge missed opportunity. That's true. An American company on the another American company on the American team, and could you imagine Cadillac in Gulf colors if they did a
Oh,
one-off Gulf?
that would
It
be.
doesn't matter because it's not happening, but
It would be
imagine
pretty nice.
it would be
I'm
nice.
going through it. It looks like it says like heritage, iconic, maybe some other words in different languages and everything.
All
The
right,
one
well
that,
that's a little cheesy, but I
yeah,
appreciate the vibe.
yeah, I do like the black line going through it, and then the Atlassian logo is like kind of through it. They had all the right touches to it.
Mhm. It looks really good. They did a very good job. It's not, in my opinion, as good as McLaren's 21 livery, but I like any Golf car in any series all the time, so that's
Yeah,
fine with me.
I will have to say the like Golf Porsche, like that logo, like that those two combined for like endurance racing. That is my favorite all time racing.
Mhm.
That the Martini.
So, moving on to our next thing. This was something that you had actually added, and I think you're a bit more keyed on, so tell me about what's going on in Formula E right now.
So they are going to release their new generation of car, their Gen 4s. So Formula E is the electronic version or electric version of Formula One in a weird way.
Mhm.
It's all electric power. It's kind of a good stepping stone for other manufacturers to get in and get their feet wet with electric drivetrains and everything because that's kind of what the world is wanting now, and it's kind of nice to see. So they're releasing their Gen 4, which they're adding new power inputs. It's going to have 450 kilowatts of power, a peak power. The attack
W
mode to 600 kilowatts and kilowatts to
Horsepower, thank you, that's what I needed.
yeah.
I I don't know electricity to car,
Yeah, so about
electricity
1 kilowatt equals about 1.3 mechanical horse. So
so around
it,
500, 600 horsepower.
yeah, but for this, and then it has regenerative braking. So now they actually can do it, which is awesome.
I like.
And yes, basically it also has the energy. Their capacity is now more, so they actually have more energy to play with throughout the race. Not just we're running out of battery. They're making the right steps to help sustainability and kind of use innovations that we will see, on the road in like 10 years. That's the way it's worked. Like in Formula One,
Mhm.
a lot of the innovations they make we see on the road, like paddle shifters. That started in Formula One. I think it was a Ferrari thing.
Well, the ERS, the energy recovery system, that started in Formula One too, and that's my favorite fun fact because Toyota started doing that in the Prius. Because was it Toyota that started doing that in F1? Was that their innovation?
Might have been.
So I know they started using it in the Prius years ago, and that's one of my favorite party facts. It's like, oh, the Prius, right? Which Prius gets a lot of hate. I've always liked the Prius. There, I said it. I think the Prius is a great car. I
Yeah, it's not.
So going back, is Formula E, is that a spec series?
I believe so. I'm not 100% certain on that. So I know there is different manufacturers in it, but I'm not entirely sure if the spec, like what parts are borrowed between the cars. Like if they all have to use,
Yeah,
it makes sense.
it would
Uh,
make sense.
especially with sustainability, which is like another big thing because they are doing, it's 100% recyclable construction and built with a minimum of 20% recycled content. So it's just going a whole like recycled.
I like that a lot. There are a lot of things that I love about Formula E, FE, whatever we want to call it. But like I followed the Nissan team from a distance because I like JDM cars and I like Nissan. I drive Nissan. So I followed them from a distance and I like a lot of like the sustainability. I like the strategy of um they run out of electricity, they have to go into the pits and basically do a quick charge. I think that's a really cool thing. I don't like how gimmicky it is.
It is, yes,
And, like, the whole we've talked about this before, the fan boost thing or
yes.
whatever, and there's some tracks that, like I've watched a little Formula E in 2021, so I'm sure it's changed a lot since then. I just haven't really kept up with it. But some of the tracks that I've seen them race at, it looks just like street tracks, and then it's all walls. It just looks like all walls, and then you driving within these confines. There's no greenery or whatever. I would like to see them race at actual tracks, or if they do street circuits, I want them to look more
Street.
like an F1
Yeah.
street circuit, more street, less just constant concrete walls and gray and bleh.
Yeah.
I will say, I've always liked how the Formula E cars looked. I think they look sick as hell.
Yeah.
They look so futuristic. It looks so, they're awesome. I love the way they look. All like the Gen 3 and the Gen 4, the new one, it looks even cooler.
It does. And I mean, it goes along with all electric cars. They had that aerodynamic principle, like to make the most efficient electricity, you got to have less aerodynamic drag. So that's why a lot of like Teslas and stuff, the door handles recess because that is drag. But like these
Mhm.
cars, like with the shark fins and like it just looks so good. One last thing on it, it will have
Yes.
active all-wheel drive now.
Oh,
Yes,
I like
it's up
that.
from last generation was just an attack mode. They would have all-wheel drive. Now it's
That
now
is
it's
fun.
all-wheel drive electric formula cars. Yes,
I might give Formula E another shot because I've always wanted to like Formula E. It's just
yes,
some of the gimmicky stuff kind of bothers me. But do I do see an electric Formula series as kind of where Formula 1 eventually will end up, you know? And
unfortunately.
I think that Formula E is very smart in laying the foundation and groundwork as early as they are because there is a demand and people kind of I don't think people take Formula E as seriously as other series, but if they keep making the right steps and they get rid of some of the weird gimmicky things, I think that they could see themselves as a legitimate contender in Formula 1 and eventually the contender to Formula 1 probably isn't the right word. I could see those innovations happening in Formula E eventually crossing over to Formula 1 whenever, if ever, Formula 1 does decide to go fully electric. I think a lot of those teams and principles will actually transfer to Formula 1. At some point, it's going to collide and come together, right?
Yeah,
You can't have them both, but if Formula 1 goes electric, they will sustain, but I think a lot of Formula E will
be absorbed.
it's going to be not a schism. What's the opposite of a schism?
I do not know.
Either way, I think that's what will happen at some point. I don't know when, but at some point, and I'm here for it because Formula One's been trying to do the whole net zero sustainability thing, which is fine. But if we're gonna be totally honest, and I'm saying this as a motorsports fan, I love the sound of an engine as much as the next guy, but anything that uses any kind of fuel is not sustainable.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's nothing that's 100% great. Like, even if you go electric, you have to mine and excavate the lithium.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't personally. I don't see Formula One going away from the internal combustion engines. I do see it going more 50-50, and I think the innovations Formula E does will help get to that goal. 'Cause as much as I love the sound, I would love Formula One to go back. Oh, the high
It
pitch.
is a great. It's a great sound.
One of my favorite sounds. High pitch, high revving, crazy motor.
All right. Well, with that, shall we dig into Brazil?
Dig into the Brazil.
All right. Last year, Sao Paulo won by Max Verstappen, which I believe is considered one of the best drives that any driver has ever had in the history of Formula One.
Huh.
Because it was all rainy last year, and Max was just dominant. And the way he drove that car, he drove incredibly.
Yeah, not to put you on the spot. Isn't that the race where he started like really far back, or did he start up?
In this race, Lando got pole.
Hmm.
It looks like Max started this race. This thing I'm looking at is not very clear. I'm not seeing him up top. I'm just stalling for time right now. Carlos Sainz started from the pit lane. Max started 12th. He was demoted 5 places because they
Yep.
powertrain quota.
Yeah, that's what I was. I remember him like working his way up, and that was like the cool about it.
hmm So not only did he work his way up in an entirely wet race, he dominated and he won. And in that race, we also had Esteban Ocon in second and Pierre Gasly in third. It was a double Alpine podium.
Yeah. Now, bringing back to the beginning, if this happened again, oh, I think by the time we would record, my voice would still will be recovering from cheering so loud.
hmm
If it happened
Other
again.
highlights. Other highlights from this race. Carlos Sainz was involved in an accident on lap 38. Franco Colapinto, lap 30. Nico Hulkenberg had a push start on lap 30. Lance
Oh
Stroll, runaway exit. Albon accident, and K Mag was sick.
yeah, that was Nico Hulkenberg got DQ'd from that race.
Yeah, and then Ollie got a 10-second penalty because he caused that collision with Franco Colapinto.
Yeah, that was a hectic race.
It was a crazy race. I love Brazil. It's a fun track. It's always a fun track.
It is a fun track, and especially even without the rain, it is like the elevation change, the center corners.
Back in
Oh,
the day, this was the final race of the F1 season, and I would like to go back to a world where that was still true because this
yeah.
is an incredible race and it's an incredible track. And if I want an F1 for finale, I think that Brazil is better than yes.
Yeah, I think everyone agrees. Yas is very, even with the changes they did, it still doesn't promote great. It promotes great money, or,
Mhm.
but I don't think I do love Brazil, and I part of me, this would be my little bit of homerism. This is Pierre's first podium after he got sacked from Red Bull, was on AlphaTauri or Rosso at the time. I don't remember, but he
Mhm.
got his podium there, and it was beautiful because he had a like I think he had a gap. Oh, he had a gap Lewis just a little bit because that's the race Lewis took out Alex Albon again. Yeah, facts for you. Fun facts on Formula
Fun
Friday.
fun facts in Formula Friday. Am just I won't be able to watch it live. There's my fiance has a running race on Sunday,
Oh,
and I like to be there to support her, so I will watch it shortly after it's over. So no spoilers.
no spoilers. Got it.
All right, well that's Brazil last year. Let's go on to our predictions.
Don't forget sprint weekend. Hey, everyone
I
loves a
did forget it was a
sprint.
sprint weekend. I always forget it's a sprint weekend. I hate the sprint weekend. It
Here's a
sucks that it affects so much of the qualifying.
yeah,
It has such a big impact on the entire weekend, and it's important, but I don't like it.
yeah. I so this is not my idea. I heard this a while ago, but I really like this idea, so I'm gonna copy and paste it here.
Okay.
Formula Formula One should have the sprints if they're gonna keep doing it, but have them on special events or special places like a Grand Slam or a major. So Silverstone, that's a major. or
Mhm.
Coda, or just do it in like 4 tracks. Those are the majors. Those are the big weekends. Have to score a lot of points. Tracks that people love. And I think that would be the great idea. So Silverstone would be one. Monza would be great. And then like I don't know, Fuji maybe. Like I don't know. I think
Oh, you just got me excited about Fuji being on the calendar.
yeah. I'm just saying like you just throw Fuji in there. Like I don't know. Like that's I'm okay with sprints if it's that. Sorry, it's a little sprint tirade, but I'll sprint through that.
Sprint through it. No, I like them in the fact that I like watching a race, and I like that the strategies are so much different because, it's one set of tires.
Yeah.
But it still feels gimmicky to me, and I don't like gimmicks in motorsports. Motorsports don't need gimmicks because the drama happens the drama writes itself. That's the best
Yes.
part about I mean, any sport, but motorsports, I feel like it's just inherently there's so many storylines happening at one time, and everybody is doing the same race. So it's so much easier to keep track of all the storylines because it's different from football or baseball where everybody might be playing on the same day, but different areas. Everybody is playing at the same time at the same race. And it's such a good natural way to build drama. I keep saying drama. I, words are failing me. Throughout the entire season, though. And you
Yeah.
don't need to manufacture more of what you're already getting. And I don't know who thought that they needed more, but I guess.
Yeah, like I said, I would love it as a majors, just so you have like this is going to be a big weekend, like the weekend that they would do. Well, normally that they would do Monaco the same weekend as Indy 500. Like make that like, hey, this is a big weekend too. Like we're gonna have double the races on this weekend in particular, not just I don't know. It feels like they pick and choose the races.
It does kind of feel like that. I'm not like some of them make sense, but some of them don't.
Yeah. Anyways, Brazil.
Yes, Brazil. Um, checking the weather, by the way, it looks like it's going to be kind of rainy on Friday and Saturday, but Sunday right now is just looking cloudy instead
Oh,
of full on rain.
ooh,
So
now, maybe this is a hot take. I kind of like a little overcast where you don't know the strategy more than a wet race. Oh my goodness, that was hard.
yeah, I like that too, except if it's the last 10 laps in Sochi in 2021. I really like that.
Hey, Lando, you want to come in? No, I'm good. I'm coming in.
Dumbass. That's gonna haunt me. That is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I need you to know that. Lando could have gotten his first win. I would have been so happy. I was visiting my parents' house. I was watching on my phone, and because I saw that's how I saw Danny Rick win Monza. I was watching on my phone. I was just in my old bedroom, and I'm just like, yeah, let's go. And I thought I was gonna have the same experience watching Lando finally get his first win, but nope, that didn't happen.
So for your wedding, I shouldn't get you a poster of him being on the runoff area. You know that picture.
I I do know that picture. I will uninvite you from the wedding. I'll get the bouncer to kick you out.
All right.
Let's do our predictions for this race.
All right.
So we do 3 total, we do 2 regular and then a third bold or spicy prediction. So you can go first.
My first one, non-spicy. This is whatever. Oh, kind of a layup. George top 5. I was gonna put George win, but the weather was kind of throwing me off. I do feel like if George has really good luck here, he got his first win here. This is a good track. He's showing good pace. So just prediction, George top 5. Pretty easy.
No, and I think that's a fair and I that's a good prediction in that it's kind of a layup, but it's not a guaranteed layup. So I do
Exactly.
like that a lot. That's a good one.
Free throw.
This free throw, sure. Basketball. I know ball. I my first prediction sounds like a bold one, but it's not.
Okay, I'm waiting for
I
it.
mean, it is, but it's not bold in the fact that my bold prediction is bolder than this one. So it's not comparatively bold. Um Lance Stroll's gonna get a top 10.
How is that not bold?
Rain,
Okay.
that's
Uh,
it. I
uh,
just something happens with Lance Stroll, and if it rains, I will stand by this. something clicks in that man's head where the second there's rain on the ground, he's locks in and he just races. And I
Yeah,
think Lance is gonna get a top 10 out of that. I don't know, it's probably gonna be 10th, but I think it's still a top 10 is not
yeah,
not on the table.
yeah. I can see it because what was it Turkey that one year where he got like a podium?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. I can see it. I don't like it, but I can see it. Uh, so this one, you may not like it, but usually my predictions have been one good or one true, two wrong. So this could be the one that's wrong. McLaren DNF
Why do you want Max to win the championship?
because I love chaos and I like Max. I think he's the best driver. I think, and especially this was really wasn't a news story this week, but it was just it's kind of like a duh moment. They're listening to him about the car now. That's why the car's better because they're like, "Hey Max, what's wrong with the car?" Oh, really? And that's what's changing. That is 100% why it's doing better now.
It's weird that that just hasn't been Christian Horner's go-to
Yeah,
for the since the beginning.
yeah. That's what like when this story came, I was like, "Wait, they weren't listening to a 3-time world champion."
That's such a weird concept. Who does well, other than Ferrari, who doesn't listen to their drivers?
Yeah, it's just like Max. What happened before? Like, did Max just walk in and go, "Hey, this car's not good," and they're like, "Nah, it's fine." That's just Max being Max. It's fine. Yeah, yeah.
It's just a little stinker. The only silver lining I can possibly see about this is Lando is leading the points right now by a single point, and if they both DNF and Max wins, Lando is still leading the championship by 1 point.
Oh, I
I think that's how the math works out.
are you counting sprint weekend though?
No, but I think it's still. Let me let me triple
Because
check the points here.
yeah, because
Is
you get was it 12 points for winning the sprint?
I thought you only got 8, but I guess I don't know.
It's 8 now. I know they changed it.
They change it all the time, and I get they're trying to calibrate it, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, run simulations. Formula One.
So Max is at 321 right now, and Lando's at 357.
Okay.
So even if he grand slams this weekend, I think that Lando is still. Yeah, I think Lando and Oscar are both still 1-2. He's just closing the gap, which
Yeah,
obviously makes things even scarier.
yeah. But hey, my predictions. I usually get one right, two wrong. So
Except those weeks where you get 2 right and 1 wrong.
yeah, those are rare though.
Oh, actually, we're about 50-50.
All right, what do you got for your prediction?
Lando's gonna outqualify Oscar.
Okay, okay, I can see.
I believe that Oscar doesn't do well at this track, and I think Lando usually outperforms him here.
Okay.
Now, Oscar's got a little more experience under his belt, but Oscar also does have that end of season slump that we see sometimes. I
Yeah,
say sometimes. We've only got 2 years of data on that. But either way, I think Lando's gonna outqualify Oscar.
and don't forget he's also like Oscars has like the championship like chase like pressure on him too. So that's it's been weighing on him since Baku. I swear it has.
There's this really interesting stat that I saw where Oscar wins the following race that Lando wins, except for one time this season. And I know that that's not it's not a legitimate stat. It's just a thing that has happened. I'm a little wary about that. I don't want Oscar to win, but
I mean, well, what would be better than a championship battle coming down to the last race of the season?
I don't want one here. I want it to be somewhat comfortable.
Michael Massey's not in charge anymore, so we should be good there.
All right, what's your bold prediction?
Bold prediction: Yuki Tsunoda. You remember him, the Red Bull number 2?
Oh yeah.
He's not going to finish in the points this week.
Oh,
I don't think he.
is that
I
a
I,
is that a bold prediction?
I think he's been fairly decent in the point. I could be wrong on that, but I just have a feeling that he's not going to finish in points right now. I just it's one of those things that it's the gut. You gotta trust the gut.
You trust in the gut.
What
All
about
right,
you?
my
What is
bold
your
prediction.
yeah.
Now get ready for this. Remember how my Lance in the top 10 wasn't bold compared to this one?
Yeah, which I thought was very strange.
Lewis Hamilton wins this race.
That is pretty bold. That is bolder than bold. That is double control B.
Lewis loves this track so much. It is one of his favorite tracks. It probably is his favorite track, other than maybe Silverstone. He has a history of doing fairly well at this track. And it's more vibes. It's just another I want it that bad. I'm just going to predict it thing because I don't know if it's actually going to amount to anything, but this is the last race of the season where I think it would be poetic and a great story for him to
Yeah.
win. That's all it really boils down to.
I mean, he is honorary South American Brazilian. I don't know.
Yeah, they gave him Senna's helmet. Senna was his favorite driver. That was his hero growing up.
Yeah.
Like the family gave him Senna's helmet.
And I believe he is like literally an honorary like citizen there. Like he is just as much Brazilian as like anybody else.
Absolutely. So those are our predictions. Now we're going to finish up with our grid gamble game. So this is the one where every driver is assigned a number and I roll this d20. This is the formula dice. It's Ferrari red and based off of the performance over the last couple weeks, it tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
I'm going to roll the dice. It's going to give us a driver and wherever that driver finishes, we kind of adopt them for the weekend and we add that to our total. So right now I'm at 29 points and Lewis is at 5. The only reason I'm at 29 is because I rolled Max and Max won that race.
Yeah,
I got
that's
lucky.
a little bit, yeah.
Last 2 weeks I've gotten bupkiss, but you've had a worse last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I have Lance Stroll, Kimmy, Isaac, which would be good. It's just those are the races they were bad at.
Mhm. So since you are behind, I will give you the option. Would you like the first roll or the second roll?
I will go first.
Okay. I'm rolling the dice right now. 7. You get Lewis Hamilton.
Ooh, Lewis gets Lewis. All right, Lewis, we got this.
All right, get in there, Lewis. My turn. 13. I'm getting Esteban.
That's not horrible.
This might be your week.
Yeah, I was really hoping you would get Alpine. Yeah, I need you to get an Alpine or something.
Well, all
Let's get
right.
full on Alpine. Get the
And with
team.
just the full team. And with that, that's been Formula Friday for this week. It's a bit of a short one this week, but there wasn't a whole lot to go on, and we got to talk about Brazil. So next week, we'll be back next Wednesday to talk about Brazil and other news things that have come up. And I'm just excited for this weekend. I love Formula One, and I'm very excited for Lando to win, but I'm also very sad that Formula One is almost done for the season.
Yeah, we got what, 4 races left?
Yep, we sure do. It's
Oh.
this, Vegas, and then the two in the
Uh,
Middle East.
ah.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's such a bummer to end on
I
Abu Dhabi.
know.
Like,
Like,
it's a fine track. It shouldn't be the end of this. It shouldn't be the finale, in
yeah,
my opinion.
yeah. It's one of those weird circuit built or circuit tracks that feels like a street track, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've just never liked that track, honestly. In my experience in it is video games, but I've never I've never liked that track.
It's too weird. Like it's too long and too weird. It's just I don't know. It looks cool at night. It has that going for it. But
Yeah, that's about it. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next week, Lewis. You have a great week, and I can't wait to review this race with you. So until then.